enjoyment of their life. I really believe that success without fulfillment is failure. If you just succeed and you don't enjoy yourself, what's it for? So I was really proud of the results that were happening. I thought, wow, this is the best content. So we wanted to expand it. I said, let's start doing business mastery programs. Let's do 5 days, total immersion programs where we can bring in the best of the best. And I said, let's film it and let's put that into this program, the program that now is in your hands. And so people who went to that program paid $20,000, and some of them had more than one person there, so they've invested quite a bit more in that. And I tell you that because in my own life, one of the things that I learned early on is that when you pay for something, you pay attention. Now, you stole this thing by contrast because you didn't go to $65,000 program or $20,000 program or an additional program in Fiji. This is really the culmination of the best of all those programs. So, you got this in your hands, and I just don't want you to take it for granted. That's really what I'm here for. I want you to get excited about what you can do for yourself and your business, and I want you to commit some time. Most people don't. Give me the quick picks, let me write a few things down, and they don't follow through. If you're gonna master something, you gotta give it some consistent time, just a little bit of time of either total immersion, where you do it all at once, or a little step at a time, so you get those results. So how do you do this program? What's it about? How do you do it? And how do you maximize results in the shortest period of time? The first thing I'll tell you is that there are 32 DVDs in this ultimate business mastery system. So it'd be very easy when you see it to get a bit overwhelmed to start with. But we wanted to create for you the most value possible. And we want to create an integrated system that you can do step by step that would really turn your business into the ultimate marketing innovation machine, a turnkey process. So you can not only get results today, but train your team literally for decades to come. Now, you can overcome the overwhelm of 32 DVDs by looking at it as 3 parts. Real simple. You'll see it's gold, blue, gold. The first gold section is 8 DVDs from me. It's on the 5 disciplines that allow you to thrive in any economic environment. It's going to help you make the changes in psychology and walk you through the strategies that are necessary. The blue section, the middle, is going to be 12 DVDs from Chet Holmes, my partner. And Chet's going to walk you through the strategies he used for Charlie Munger, that he's used literally for Fortune 500 companies, as well as small businesses. Companies where it's an army of one, where it's that one person who's in sales or marketing and they're kind of building their business. And he'll walk you through how to apply them. Everything from how to set a meeting with the top decision maker at a Fortune 500 company and how to truly break through, to the detailed strategies that allow you to steal business. Literally annihilate and take business from other people. When I say steal, I don't mean doing it unethically. I mean, it'll feel like stealing because people that apply these strategies have such an advantage. Things change immediately. So you'll have those 12 DVDs, and that's kind of the section that's really about how to go from 0 to 100 million or 0 to a billion in your business, depending upon the size of your industry and the place you are in the history of your company. Then the third section, going back once again to gold, is 12 DVDs, and it's 15 of the best experts we know in the world, and everything from marketing to management to culture. These are people that have done it. Some of them own their own businesses, like the Tony Hsiehs, for example, or the CEO of HomeX, who helped to found it. Or there are individuals like Jay Abraham, people that have been around for 30, 40 years, have worked with tens of thousands of businesses and cross-pollinated and consistently produced tremendous results. And you kind of pick and choose. So how do you make this happen? How do you follow through on this? Here's what we suggest to you. There's 4 choices. Whichever way you do it, pretend you're at the live seminar. In other words, don't just sit passively. We're here delivering this for you, and if you were at the live program and if you had paid $30,000 or $40,000 to bring a couple of your people to that program and you were involved in it, what kind of notes would you take? When we did an exercise and we said, write this down, or I want you to try this with your partner, people don't pause. They're there to get the most value. They don't take it casually because they're in the environment. Don't cheat yourself. Put yourself in the environment. Now, how to do it? 4 options how to do it. Option 1, we believe, is the best option. Total immersion. What do I mean? The reason we do live events, the reason I do seminars is you could do something one step at a time, one little piece, for 1 week, for 52 weeks, take 32 weeks and do this. But it's not the same as when you live, breathe, taste, experience, your mind is focused. That's where you see huge breakthroughs in the shortest period of time. So ideally, what you do is take yourself and your team and go off and take 4 or 5 days or 2 weekends and go for total immersion. It's emotional, it's psychological, it's strategic, it's powerful. That immersion will transform your business as fast as anything you can imagine. And then you can come back and over time, take a DVD each time. You can take one a week or whatever the case may be to get that repetition and to make sure that maybe once a week, you're applying one strategy. Now bear in mind, we set you up here and we gave you a coach with this program. It's gonna be on the phone, helping you to identify what are the areas that are most important to you. So that's part of this as well, but total immersion would work. Or come to Business Mastery. Come spend 4 days with us. We've got it tighter now. And come by yourself or come with your team and then use these DVDs then as the follow-up system to spread the word that you've experienced literally in a couple of days. But the first step is total immersion, that's ideal. Second way to do this, well, you could say, okay, I'm not gonna do total immersion, but I believe in the value of immersion. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chunk it down for myself. Let's take myself and a few of my core team members, and let's take every Friday or every Monday, and the second half of the day, we're gonna block out 4 or 5 hours, and we're gonna just go into total immersion. And over a period of roughly 4 weeks, you'll find the core of this program, those first 20 DVDs, my 8, Chet's 12, the core of everything you need to know before you sample some of the best experts will be done literally in a month. And most people won't do this. Most people go, oh, I don't have time for this. So why don't they have time? Because they're so busy doing their business, they're not strategic. They're not working on the business. And so somebody else who's strategic can take away that business, can take advantage. So you want to give yourself this time. So if you don't want to do it in total immersion, do it in kind of spaced immersion. And again, just take a day, a Monday, a Friday. And for 4 weeks roughly, you can get this job done. Third option for you, you could say, okay, well, I'm gonna do this one a day for 20 days, or I'll do this program one a week and sometime forever from now, 32 weeks from now, I will have it. You certainly can do that. There is one more option that's really important. We designed this program to be specific and sequential. To start, for example, with making the psychological changes that I do in those first 8 DVDs and showing you how to influence people and how to manage your time and each step that needs to set you up so that you follow through. Because again, lots of people know what to do, they don't do it because they haven't made a shift in themselves or in their people or in their culture. So we're gonna give you some real clear plans that will allow you to execute, give you a real plan to increase your business by 1/3 to 250%, literally right away. That's gonna be our second DVD in my experience with you, walking you through so you have a plan. Listen to me on that. Our second DVD in my system is gonna have you sit down and say there's only 3 ways to grow your business. I don't care if you sell technology, you're B2B, you sell to consumers, you're an individual salesperson, chiropractor, you've got a business that's $1 billion. There's only 3 ways to grow your business. If you get that, and you do what we show you in this DVD with your team, you'll have a plan to grow your business from 30 to 250% minimum that is real, and you'll have designed it, but it's based on fundamental principles that work. So we have a system. The first part starts out with philosophy and goes to strategy very, very quickly. You'll go into Chet's program, you'll walk through that system. So ideally you go through linear, but you might find yourself in a position where, I was talking to a CEO not long ago and this program was just coming out and he said to me, well, God, I love the program, it's huge, but I don't know where to start. And he said, I just don't have time to do this program. And I said to him, do you know, that our 5th DVD is on really how do you take control of your time and your life? It's a system that I've used to build a dozen companies, other people have used to turn their companies around. It's the ultimate time management system because it doesn't just manage time, but it manages people and resources and get you results. Maybe what you want is to do what I call the 4th approach would be a surgical strike, where you just say, I need to know the time management and go straight to that one and get that piece inside of you. Or somebody else is saying, well, God, I need salespeople. I've got some good salespeople, but they don't believe in the economy. They don't know, they feel people aren't buying anymore. Consumers are hanging on or businesses are hanging on to their dollars. And I said, well, then maybe for you, the place to start if you're feeling that overwhelmed is go straight to the middle part of our program. You'll see it laid out. It's in the middle of Chet's program. It's how to get the best salespeople in the world, and it's no exaggeration. When he walks you through what to do to screen out people, how you test them, so you don't have to go through people that you train and spend so much time with. You're gonna know up front whether they fit the best of the best, how they're gonna perform. I mean, we really have these tools. If you're in a place where you're saying, gosh, our meetings are just not effective, well, we've got a whole set designed here, a whole part of our program